Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. If you guys are new to my channel, I am going to be doing the Disney College Program for Fall Advantage at the Disneyland Resort starting in June. And today I wanted to make a little video to nail your DCP phone interview. If you guys didn't know, I did film my own phone interview a few weeks ago, and I do have it on my channel. I will link it up here, and then it will also be linked in the description if you guys want to check it out. But I did notice that there are a lot of questions floating around the DCP Facebook groups and just all over about different phone interview tips for you to nail your phone interview and for you to get accepted into the DCP. So I made a little list of things that helped me personally and that I want to share with all of you for you to get accepted into the Disney College Program. So let's get into the video. So the first tip that I have for you is to just be confident. The recruiters, they can really tell if you are super nervous or just super not confident in yourself during the phone interview. People can really tell how you act over the phone even though they can't see your face. So just go into your phone interview feeling really confident. Remember that you are trying to work for Disney, which is a super happy, super just positive company, and they want people who are going to embody those values. So just go into it and don't be too hard on yourself. Make sure that you remember that you are an amazing person and that you are an amazing candidate for this program. And if you go into it being really confident and just super excited and happy, you will feel a lot better about your phone interview with your recruiter. The second tip that I have for you guys is to make sure you write down your recruiter's name. When you first answer the phone, they will say, "This is Emily with the Disney College Program. How are you today?" And so just make sure that you listen for their name, write it down, put it on a piece of paper, write it on your laptop, whatever you feel most comfortable doing, and just make sure that you remember it, because if you use their name during the interview, they'll know that you remembered their name. If you say it at the end, they'll be like, "Wow, they remembered my name from the beginning." And Disney is really big on guest interaction, so if you remember their name, they'll know that you will be good with names in the future, and that will just look a lot better during your phone interview. My third tip for you guys is to be prepared to talk about any body modifications that you have. Disney has this thing called the Disney look, and it is mandatory for all cast members to abide by the guidelines of the Disney look. So basically what that means is just that you can't have any visible tattoos outside of wearing a tank top and shorts. You can't have any more piercings than just the traditional lobe piercings. And then also there's just guidelines about your nails. They can't be too long, not too crazy colors. Your hair can't be too crazy of colors, just normal hygiene things. So they do ask you if you have gone over the Disney look, and they also tell you to tell them all of the tattoos that you have and any body piercings you have that are outside of a tank top and shorts. And if you don't tell them, then they can take away your offer if you were to get accepted. So my biggest thing is just to be honest. I've seen a lot of phone interviews before where they do have tattoos and they got accepted, so don't be too discouraged or freak out too much if you do have tattoos. That doesn't mean that you're not gonna get accepted. I've seen people who have lots of tattoos and they just wear long sleeves or they wear pants during their program, so there's always options for that. But just be honest with your recruiter. They don't want you to lie to them and then they find out that you do have tattoos and then they have to kick you off the program. So just be honest with your recruiter and let them know of any body modifications that you might have. So my next tip for you guys is to go over possible questions for specific roles that you have interest in. So if you look online for DCP phone interview questions, you will find a lot of things on the internet, and there are a lot of things for questions that are specific to specific roles. That might be merchandise, attractions, quick service, food and beverage, parking, transportation, cast costuming, entertainment costuming, bippity boppity boutique, all of that good stuff. So if there are roles that you are super interested in, you definitely want to talk about during your interview, make sure you go over those questions and prepare yourself for how you're going to answer them. For example, during my interview, I did have a question that I got from my recruiter about attractions, and if I hadn't prepared, I probably would have like blanked out. And she asked me if I was at Space Mountain, for example, and there was a child who came and they were not tall enough to ride the ride, what would I do? I was able to really give them a nice thorough response just because I had planned that out in my head beforehand. And so it's just things like that that help you with the phone interview, just because there are a lot of situation based questions, and going over those will definitely help you out. And my next tip for you guys is to watch some DCP phone interview videos, but not too much, to help you prepare for your interview. The first time I applied, I didn't really watch too many, and I sort of just went into my phone interview and I was just like, I'm just gonna wing it. I didn't really know what to expect at all, and so I had no idea what kind of questions they were gonna ask me. I had no idea how it was gonna go. I didn't even know like what was gonna happen like at all. And the first time I applied, I ended up not getting accepted. And so this time around, I watched a lot of DCP phone interviews. I really just went in on watching all of those, and it really helped me a lot. I'm the type of person who likes seeing other people's experiences and seeing how that played out for them. And so watching a lot of phone interviews where they got accepted and they had similar interest in roles that I did, it really helped me out. And you can simply just type DCP phone interview video on YouTube and literally like a million will pop up. And again, I will have mine linked down in the description below. My next tip that I have for you guys is to just think about why you want to do the DCP in the first place. This is going to be probably the first question they're going to ask you, and they're going to say, why do you want to do the Disney College program over other internships or other experiences, and why do you want to work for the Disney company, basically? And you just have to think about, for your own personal self, why you want to do the program. For me, it was because I've always dreamed of working for the Disney company. After the college program, I'm planning on hopefully moving up in the company. I'm going to be applying for professional internships. I'm either also going to be looking to find full-time in the parks, and I'm just hoping to end up at the Walt Disney Company as my end goal. So you just have to tell them things like that if that's what you're into, or that you are really interested in the guest interaction and just working in the parks and getting different experiences like that as well. It's just like they want to know why you are really passionate about the DCP, because they are only accepting a small handful out of all the people that apply, and they want to make sure that the people who they're accepting, they are in love with Disney and they're in love with DCP, and they really want to see the passion and what you have to say about it through your answer. The next tip that I have for you guys is to just read over the job descriptions and make sure that you're using keywords when you're talking about your personal past job experience. And what I mean by that is you can easily go to the Disney College Program website. You can look at the different job descriptions, simply click on them, and they will list all of the different roles and exactly what each role entails. So for example, for merchandise You will be handling cash, you're gonna be looking over inventory, you're gonna be doing a lot of guest interaction. So if merchandise, for example, is something that you're really interested in, make sure you talk about your past job experience in a way that it translates into the merchandise position. For example, for me, I'm currently a salon consultant at a tanning salon, so I handle cash. I have experience using a register. We sell lotions, we sell memberships. I have client interaction every single day by checking clients in. It's very similar to what a merchandise role looks like at Disney, and so it's just things like that that help them see that you have a direct experience with your personal jobs and then how it will translate into their roles in the park. And that can go for anything, so that could be even for quick service food and beverage. If you've ever worked with food before, they'll definitely ask you about that. For some of the Disney World roles, if you're looking to be a photo pass photographer, do you have any photo experience? Do you have experience using a DSLR camera? For children's activities, have you worked with children before? For Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, have you done makeup before? Have you interacted with children before? Just things like that. And you sort of highlighting yourself and just saying how these different roles have been really relevant to the different experiences that you've had in your personal life, that will definitely help you along with getting accepted. My next tip for you guys is to just answer the phone in a proper way. And now we're going into the tips of while you're in the actual phone interview. All these other tips were beforehand, and now we're on the phone interview. So what I mean by that is when you get the call from your recruiter, it's probably gonna say unknown number or something like that. And you don't wanna just answer it by saying like, hello, because obviously you know that you're expecting a call. They know that you know that you're expecting a call. So you don't wanna just answer it by saying hello. What I did is that I answered the phone and I said, hi, this is Emily. Easy. They know that your name, and they know that they're supposed to call me. So then they're gonna say, okay, amazing. Hi, this is blah, blah, blah with the Disney College Program. How are you today? Is this a great time to talk still? And you're gonna be like, yeah, this is amazing. So just say something like that. Some people, they'll answer the phone and be like, hi, good afternoon, this is Jessica. Who am I speaking to? I just think that's a little cringy for me to say at least. So I didn't do that. I just said, hi, this is Emily, and they'll do the rest of the speaking. But yeah, just make sure that you answer the phone, making sure that you say your name when you answer so they know that who they are calling, and you will be solid. My next tip is, if you have a dream role, talk about it. By you talking about your dream role, it makes it easier for the recruiter to potentially see you in that role and then also possibly put you in that role. During my phone interview, they didn't really ask me too much about my top roles, and so I sort of just threw it in there during a time where I thought it was a good time to sort of weave it into the conversation. And then she thought it was really cool that I had different reasons for why those were my top roles, and it gives you the opportunity to just really sell yourself. And that goes into my other tip, is to sell yourself during the phone interview. You don't want to sell yourself too short. Highlight yourself, brag about yourself. This is the time for you to say all of your achievements, say how amazing a worker you are, tell them all of the stuff that you've been doing in college, tell them all of the amazing job experiences that you have. Even if you don't have a lot of job experience, you can tell them about volunteer work, you can tell them about unpaid internships, you can even tell them about any leadership opportunities that you've had during college, any clubs that you've been in, literally anything. They want to know about all of it, and Disney wants to know about all of the amazing things that you've done. So sell yourself and make sure that they know that you are just amazing and a star because that will definitely help you get accepted, and you will just feel better after the interview too by knowing that you went above and beyond by telling them literally everything. During your phone interview, talk about why Disney needs you and should hire you. You want to make sure that you also stand out too, and don't just talk about things that you know everyone else is going to be talking about. Everyone is a college student, a lot of other people, they went out of state, but make sure that you highlight yourself, like I said again. Talk about different unique opportunities that you've had. Did you study abroad? Did you start your own club? Did you do an amazing event that you ran on campus? Just all of that amazing stuff is what people who are recruiting for the college program will want to see. They want to see leaders, they want to also see people with potential too. So if you don't have a lot of job experience and you share with them what you want to accomplish in the next couple years that you're in college, that's also what they want to see as well. They don't want to see people who are not really trying and they don't really do anything and they don't have any passion. They want to see people who have potential and can really grow within the company. And if you just sell yourself, highlight yourself, be the amazing person that you are, then you are definitely going to thrive in the phone interview. And my next tip for you guys is to make sure that you ask questions at the end. The recruiter, they want you to ask them questions, whether it be just 1 to 3 questions, but make sure you just plan out any questions that you might have for them. I asked my recruiter like how she got started with the Disney company, and then I asked her about how the classes work for Disneyland and also if there are any leadership opportunities. So just make sure you prepare any questions at the end. That they just really love hearing questions for them, and it also shows them that you are invested and you want to get to know more about the program as well. And my last tip for you guys is to don't stress out too much. It is just a casual conversation with you and your recruiter, and for the most part, all of these recruiters have been in your shoes at one point too. A lot of them have started out in the Disney College program and they know exactly where you guys are coming from. So don't stress out too much. Make sure you smile during your entire interview, and it will just make the experience so much better as well. And I just know that all of you guys are going to do amazing on your DCP phone interviews, and I have faith in all of you that you guys are going to do amazing. Just don't forget that you are applying for a real paid internship with the Disney company that is a full-time job, and they want people who will succeed in these positions with the Disney company. And so be yourself, be authentic, be real, and then also just make sure you're happy, positive, and confident to nail your phone interview. So I hope these tips really helped you guys. I know they helped me when I did my phone interview. So I hope you guys liked today's video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you guys liked all the tips that I gave you guys, and also leave some comments down below if you already had your phone interview or if you're gonna have it soon. And then just make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram at Emily Myant for all of my DCP content and pictures. And then also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more of my DCP videos and my DCP journey. So thanks guys, and until next time, bye!